Here's another real quick guide about how to beat Amygdala. I've seen in a lot of places that people consider this one of the easiest bosses, so why am I even bothering to make a step-by-step guide? It's because I'm not that good at this game. As much as I love it, I struggle with a lot of the bosses. And, I see some of these guides say, just do this, just do that, and yeah, it's sometimes very easy if you are a skilled player. I am not, so I'm going to show this people who aren't so skilled how to do this real easy. The first few times I did this boss, I went under him just like you do with most giant bosses in a Souls game. Doesn't work so well. His only weak points are his head and his arms. So unlike with most Souls bosses, you want to stay in front of him just right past his attack range. Bait as many of these attacks as you can, and eventually you'll see some where his head is lowered. Rush in for a big strike. A running R2 is great. For almost all of his attacks, you want to stay just out of range and dodge back if you want to dodge at all. For all of his laser beam attacks, and he only has two different kinds, just dodge left or right. For the beam attack, which is in short bursts, you can actually just walk left or right. It's real slow, real easy. It's no problem. Now, I've almost gotten him down to 70% here. Oh, I think maybe I have, actually. And this is when he enters phase 2. Maybe not yet. But very soon he'll enter phase 2. And his attacks do a little more damage in phase 2. And his swipes actually have a little power bubble around them, which increases their range a small bit and their power. But I found that actually helps. When you see one of those come down, you know exactly when it's coming, where it's coming, and that probably that's going to be your chance to rush forward for a quick, easy headshot. Apparently you can visceral attack him, but I didn't find the opportunity, and I found it best and easiest to just stay away from him. See, there's those big shots. Rush in. I'm a little slow there, but it's not a big problem. When he's doing that, I've also heard that there's, an opportunity to hit his head while he's puking out that stuff, but I couldn't find it, and even though I'm facing this boss fairly late in the game, so I have a decent amount of HP and pretty good armor, that vomit killed me super fast, so I would avoid it as much as possible. The only other thing that you really have to watch for during these first two stages is, you don't want to accidentally get too far back and get caught near a wall. So try to keep him in the center as much as possible, and just kind of be aware of your surroundings. I actually saw one guy that suggested you just run around him the entire time, keeping the camera focused on him. Don't lock on, and just wait for his, head to go down. I'm not quite skillful enough to run around in a circle and, be sure that I'm not going to get stuck on a wall while trying to also keep the camera on him at the same time. So I did find it easier to just keep locked on and then, keep my spatial awareness in that way. So for now, let's just go ahead and watch until phase 3 starts up. finally, we're about to get to stage 3 here, where he rips off some of his own arms and uses them as clubs. At this point, you want to just go ahead and get under him. Earlier on, it's a little more dangerous, but at this point, his attack patterns change, and it's really safe under him. Even that thing almost never hits you. It is possible for his jump to actually hit you, but for the most part, he lands right directly over you, not hitting you at all. So at this point, you can mostly just relax and swipe away at his legs. You're not going to do a whole lot of damage, but you're going to get enough in, especially with overhead swipes. You still might, you know, hit some vulnerable areas. So try to choose something that has some overhead vertical attacks. And just stay under him and finish him off. It's not too bad. And there you go. That's all you have to do. You've been beaten, nice and easy. Thanks for watching, and I do hope that this helped anyone who was having trouble with him. Even though a lot of people said he was easy, now hopefully he truly was after this.